Welcome back to Remy Moto. Today we are celebrating. I am about to hit 5,000 miles. I know I did a video recently saying, 5,000 miles on gear X, blah blah blah. I wasn't really at 5,000, I was just close. And I figured it was only fitting to have the video be thoughts about the bike. 5,000 miles in. A lot of people don't ever get 5,000 miles on their first bike. I would be willing to bet that a lot of CB300Rs never get to 5,000 miles on their first owner or two. This one certainly didn't on its first owner, obviously. Powered by bitch dust. I love it. I love it. Even better, she's got a, or I assume it's a she, she's driving a Latitude, but she's got a Jeep Wrangler, what do you call it, license plate holder. So it's only fitting to spend the first part of this ride talking about the bike. We're going to do a few videos on this ride. So, and I have now ridden the sort of like the big brother in the lineup of beginner bikes for adults. The MT-07 is what a lot of people consider, if you are a responsible adult and you're looking for a entry-level bike that is affordable, decent power, fun, but not going to, yeet you off the side of the road. It's a good bike, and I don't disagree. However, it's a very different bike. I don't think the person who would be happy on a CB300R would be happy on the MT-07. I know I wouldn't be. Now don't get me wrong, I like the bike. I think it's a good bike. I certainly would not turn up my nose at having one. But honestly, I would probably trade it. I would probably trade it for something else. Because, and this is personal preference. This is not anything like the bike is bad. It's a sit-on, not a sit-in. And did not know I had a preference for that when I was bike shopping, so luckily I bought the right bike, or at least the right type of bike in that sense. I don't like the feel of being a sit-on instead of sit-in. And I'd noticed this before on certain other bikes, but it never really had correlated. I thought it was just seat design. It isn't. And in some bikes you can compensate with seat design. For example, a lot of Harleys, if you do like a step-up seat, I'm good. If you do a typical low solo seat, like the comfy solo seats are very often, they don't have much of a back to them because they assume if you want a back, you'll put a backrest on. Not a fan. That feel is not good for me. On the other hand, a lowrider S with the step-up style, I love it. Now, I haven't ridden one, but I sit down and I go, yeah, that's the feel. That's the feel. So going back to the CB300R, it's not the power. I am under no illusions. This is not a powerful bike. This is I'm in 5th gear and I roll on, and I mean it's kind of anticlimactic, right? Not sure I ever really got to the speed that a lot of people ride on this road. This is that one with the surface being lousy, so I don't push it. And once again, I go, why am I on this road? I hate this road, but I love this road. I hate the surface. As I get more comfortable with my riding, I get more comfortable with the fact that the road surface might be lousy, but I have more faith in the bike handling it. I'm not sure I would want to do it if this was wet. This surface does get very slippery when wet. Anyway. So, to me, when I rode the MT-07, and I mean, it wasn't a real ride, it was just around the parking lot. But the thing that stuck out to me, other than the things I didn't like about the MT-07, was that I didn't do anything that I couldn't do on this bike. Like, there was never a moment where I was like, oh wow, that's awesome, I couldn't have done that. You know, that was beyond the ability of my CB. All I did was be more gentle with the throttle. You know, it was, did I accelerate faster? A little bit, but I could have accelerated that fast on my bike. It just would have taken a lot more oomph on the throttle. I would have had to go, right? It wouldn't have been as casual. Like, it's bad enough that I don't think the tire is always in contact. Oh my God. Holy shit. Like, you heard that. That wasn't me. That was not me making that sound intentionally. It's only in the corners. This is fine. Like, it's not great, but it's not bad. It makes it terrifying because freaking you're good. Oh my God, the corner. Anyway, so I can 100% brake to the limit of traction. Like, I can engage my front anti-lock if I try hard enough. And admittedly, it's not easy on this bike on a good road. You have to pretty much just stab at the front brake. If you just slowly pull and load the front tire, it's going to take a lot. Okay, that one's not bad. I love how they're like 35 miles an hour and then it's the best pavement yet. In that whole ride, while it was easier to do in the sense that, like, the power was more effortless, the braking was more effortless, it wasn't that I did anything I couldn't do on this bike. The bike just wasn't working as hard to do it. I say effortless. It wasn't any more work or less work for me. I just mean the bike was, you know, instead of being at, say, 5/10 or 7/10, oh, the bike was at 2. You know, it's one of the things Eddie has said about it. You know, as long as he doesn't get stupid with the throttle, the bike is very well mannered. And I think that's true of a lot of bikes, which is why I think that a lot of adult, older folks are confused about my choice of this bike if they don't watch the video, you know, and the whole portion of the video where I talk about the other criteria that were involved. I wasn't picking a beginner bike with power as a criteria, other than I needed enough power. That was it. I just needed enough to get the job done. More was not getting the bike bonus points. It just wasn't. Beyond the minimum, there were no bonus points assigned for power. So, 5,000 miles in, we're at 53.64. I bought the bike at 493. Do I still like it? Absolutely. Do I wish I had more power? I mean, yeah, there are times where I certainly would like more power. It would be fun. Am I interested in trading the bike in for more power? No. I really am enjoying the lightweight. I'm enjoying the performance and handling that are not related to the power. I just don't feel the need for more oomph. My right wrist doesn't need to go to full most of the time. So having more power doesn't add anything. You know, I just did that whole section. Power wasn't the criteria. Here, power is not the criteria. I don't want to go any faster. Right? Did I twist the throttle more than I would on a more powerful bike? Sure. Oh well. Not sad about that. It just doesn't bother me at all. I enjoy using more of this bike than I would use of a bigger bike, a more powerful bike. To me, that's fun. I would be less happy feeling like I was unable to use most of the bike I paid for. Now, down the road, sure. Am I going to eventually upgrade in power? Probably. Now, I still catch myself making stupid mistakes. Things where the weight of the bike and the relatively low seat height save me. And I have a feeling I will continue to do those for a little while yet. But I'm still building good skills. As somebody pointed out the other day, you know, I have a habit of coasting with the clutch in. It's not necessarily coasting, but like I pulled the clutch in and I'm just rolling when I shouldn't be. There's a time for that, like if you're rolling to a stop or something. But if you are not planning to stop, be in gear, have the ability to accelerate or decelerate. Bad habit, right? It's a bad habit. I've also got to learn to count. I thought I was still in 5th. It is what it is, guys. Come on, give me a break. Oh. You know, I'm still learning. I'm still getting basics. Like, I'm 6 months in, 5,000 miles in, but that's still beginner territory. I'm not at 50,000 miles. I'm not at 6 years. I am in no rush to go up in power and up in weight and size while I'm still finding out things I'm doing wrong. Now, I'm sure it's a never-ending journey, right? I'm never going to be like, oh, I'm perfect, buy a bigger bike. No, that's not how that's going to work. But while I'm still going, oh, that was stupid, you know, kind of thing, let's not do that on a $20,000, 600-pound, 150 horsepower Goliath. Let's do that on a 25 horsepower, 300-pound, $6,000 Goliath. Okay, it's not even David. It's like David's younger brother, but still. So anyway, long story short, I am still very happy with my CB300R. I'm still having a lot of fun on it. I am still learning plenty every day when I ride. Still improving. And I would not swap. Now that leads into video number 2. So we're just going to roll right into it. I don't even know if this is still recording. Yeah, apparently. Both are still recording. That's impressive. Been out for a while. Okay. I will talk to you guys later. That was enough ranting. Take it easy, have fun, stay safe, enjoy the ride.